do the function. Nope. I don't fuck with the fuck shit. Throwing on my dummy fit. Fuck it. I'ma pop out. Welcome back to your second favorite YouTuber. I am J Shep Reacts. Now today we got a Janae Danielle, you know what I'm saying? Beautiful black queen. We got a Janae Danielle video right here. It's called Sex is Not a Gift, Yet Here We Are. I'm gonna go ahead and like this. If you're new to my channel, consider liking, consider comment, well, like and comment, please and thank you. It really does help push the video out to the algorithm more, you know what I'm saying? But if you're also new here, consider subscribing, you know what I'm saying? You ain't gotta subscribe right now, but hey, I really appreciate it. But watch the video to the end, you know, mess with your boy, and drop me a sub if you mess with me, you feel me? So yeah, let's go ahead and get into this joint right here. Actually, right before this video, I'm gonna play y'all this right here, cause the title off rip just reminds me of this right here. Y'all don't know who Deontay Hitchcock is? Y'all should check him out. If y'all like, you know, rap, hip hop music, you know. So yeah, I'm gonna play y'all. It's only a minute 30. It's pretty funny, but it's exactly, I think, what this video is going to be about.
How y'all doing out there tonight? I'm back again for another, you know what I'm saying, Poetry Wednesdays. This one today, you know what I'm saying, I've been going through a lot, me and my girl. And this was for all the brothers who do so much and get so little in return. It's my birthday. I know my baby got a gift for the win. Oh man, pussy again. For Christmas I bought her a Birkin, cause money ain't nothing to spend. What she get me? Oh man, pussy again. Baby, you shouldn't have. Nah, I mean that shit, bitch, you shouldn't have. I would've took socks, shoes, hell, even clippers if they had them. But now I see that these are things that I couldn't have. Now I gotta sit and play along like this extra great. Acting fake surprised, oh, you took my breath away. And then you got the nerve to get on the dick and do the same old tricks. Girl, this the same pussy that I had yesterday. What's the gift she gonna get you when you buy her Benz? Oh man. Pussy again. She ain't even put a box on the box, and I'm supposed to pretend like I ain't know she was gonna get me pussy again. That's my time.
That shit is so stupid, bro. It's so like you know, it's some truth to some jokes, you know, it's some truth to I don't know if I want to say every joke, but truth to some jokes, you know, and yeah. It is kind of crazy. Some girls get by with doing that. They do get by with doing that. It's a little crazy, but let's go ahead and get into the real video right here.
I can't lie. Being a gift, a birthday gift, is crazy.
Face down, up.
A man wants to ask a woman to be his girlfriend or his Valentine or whatever it may be, and he does it by decorating a bed. And then you post it. You post it as a before and after.
So this ain't good enough. Look at all this. This is romantic as
Okay, but I'm grown as like, this is childish.
Decorated beds have quickly become the go-to romantic.
See, but like, okay, look. So this one right here on the left and the right, at least there's just more than just the little heart rose petal joint. You know what I'm saying? There's actual, like, you know, there's a card, there's some gifts, you know, like some candy, you know. So it's like, hey, yeah, you getting some candy and you getting some sex, you know. But like this one, it's just like, oh, you put some petals and some balloons, you know, cool. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but this one, oh yeah, there's a card, you know, like, oh yeah, you can read this card. We can actually talk about something before we get into it, you know. It makes sense, you know, so.
Romantic gesture. The trail of rose petals on the floor, the heart balloons all over the room, those hand towels shaped into swans. And on the surface, above the sheets, it's charming and thoughtful. Look at that man go, putting in effort for his woman. Until you step back and see the entire gesture is built around what happens under those sheets. That's when things start feeling a little off. So, in honor of Valentine's Day and honestly the monumental...
Now, me personally, yo, I don't really do Valentine's Day like that. I don't really care for it. And my girl, I spoil her throughout the year. She's spoiled. She knows she is. You know, it like I don't need one day to really spoil her. Like, you know, a national holiday to spoil her. We have our own anniversary. We have stuff like that, and then she has her birthday. And like I said, throughout the year, I spoil her. It's like, you know, like I'm the type of person, like, if I thought about you and if I got the money to, I'm gonna buy this thing. It reminded me of you. I know it's something that you would like probably. I'm gonna buy it. Like, I'm that type of guy. So yeah, I just feel like, you know, Valentine's Day is performative at this point. I'm sorry, y'all. Like, I love. I don't think a whole day is necessary, like, in terms of, you know, relationships. I just don't think it's worth, like, who cares? Like, I don't know. That's just me. You know, I'm not a super romantic person. But like I said, I love love. I love to see two people love. I love to see pause. Hold up. I don't know. I love to see two people in love. Like, I love to see people out doing stuff, even if it is corny. I make fun of people like when they be like doing like real corny stuff, but it's like, nah, it's like, that's y'all though. That's y'all thing. I'd rather see that than to keep seeing these proud sneaky links and all this, like, you know what I'm saying? But that's not to say that I'm judging either or. It's just like, hey, it is what it is, you know? Like, I don't like interact with the person differently because of that. You know what I'm saying? I don't really care, you know? But in terms of Valentine's Day, I don't really care for this stuff like that. I don't really do the holidays like that.
Factor into the decorated bed epidemic, we need to go back and look at what the holiday used to mean, which was something a lot more naturally romantic.
It appears the modern customs related to Valentine's Day go back to Britain in the Middle Ages, when people viewed February 14th, which is halfway through the second month of the year, as the day that birds started finding their mates for the upcoming spring.
That natural connection around this time of year between the birds and finding your partner is what shaped how people viewed love back then.
In the late 14th century, English poet Geoffrey Chaucer published Parliament of Fowls, a poem declaring Valentine's Day as the time where birds choose their mates. The poem seemingly sparked a tradition for lovers to send romantic letters to each other during bird mating season. These messages, called Valentines, grew in popularity and were mass-produced by the late 1700s.
But today, love and romance looks a little bit different, and the gestures we associate with it has made a lot of people lose the plot. In today's video, we're comparing yesterday's romance to what I like to call the mattress makeover craze we're seeing today. Welcome to the Girl Talk you didn't know you needed. Now, I'm not saying you have to subscribe. You're classy. I know you don't just give those away for free, but hopefully at the end of this video, we become bestie enough for you to take that next step. When we look at the history of Valentine's Day,
for some reason, I can only, like, you know what I'm saying? I can only twist this, like, this one, I can't do it. Like, I gotta, like, force myself kind of, like, but this, like, on my left hand, I know it's like, it looks like it's my right hand to y'all, but yeah, this is my left hand. So yeah, like, I don't know why it's so hard for me to do this. Like, it's way harder for me to do this on my right hand, but it's way easier with my left hand. Like, make it big. I don't even know.
And the romance of it
because she
all.
like crossed her fingers. I don't know how. Like, I can only do it with this hand. I could, you know what I'm saying? I don't get it. But yeah. I'm off topic.
Gifts were still being given. They just meant something because they were tied to potential commitment.
So the act of giving gifts to our romantic partners on Valentine's Day is connected to historical rituals of courtship gift giving. So although my video today is about European historical customs, gift giving in courtship and marriage rituals, as well as love tokens, are universal and have taken place in many cultures around the world throughout history.
So while courting, people were a lot more modest back then when it came to anything involving the bedroom. The focus went into wooing before anything intimate came into play.
Dating in the Victorian era meant navigating a maze of modesty and prudence. Making love didn't mean the same thing to the Victorians as it does to us. This isn't the 80s euphemism for having sex. Victorians would understand it to refer to a chaste courtship or process of wooing.
We could look at it like this, okay? Everybody knows the phrase, the birds and the bees, right? Well, the birds represented that first step, choosing your partner. And the bees, well, the bees represented the productivity that came after that. Put the pieces together as you will. But notice within all the history of these romantic Valentine gestures, the bees aren't mentioned yet, which definitely makes sense for society at the time, especially during the Regency era. Dating and courting was strict. People had chaperones, compliments had to be very restrictive, and even holding hands could ruin your reputation.
The role of chaperone was often taken by a female relative, typically a mother, but a friend or governess could also be acceptable. Compliments were strictly off limits, and no kind of physical contact could pass between a couple either, with actions such as holding hands being unthinkably forward.
People had to guard their boundaries the same way people guard their personal information, because once something got out, you could not take it back, which is why I'm glad this video is sponsored by Aura. Aura Protection.
I'm gonna go ahead and skip that, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to did she say Aura or is it Aura? I don't know. Anyways, Aura, shout out to them for paying this black queen. Let's go ahead and get back into this.
2 weeks, Aura will already start scrubbing your information off those data broker sites without you having to lift a finger. I'm not leaving myself vulnerable, and you shouldn't either. This mindset of being intentional and cautious is exactly what shaped romance in the past. Romantic gestures had to be thoughtful and have the right intentions. And you'll notice something very important we need to point out. Women were given the choice to decide the outcome of said romantic intention.
That's what I was going to say earlier, but I was like, okay, maybe she's going to address this a little bit. Back then, you got to remember, like, these dudes was borderline, you know, graping women. Like they kind of didn't have a choice to be with men. Like, you know, like their families handed them over for money or whatever reason, and yeah, it's like, you know, but I guess, yeah, this day is the only day that a woman, like, you know, kind of felt like they were in control of what happens, you know what I'm saying, in terms of partnership.
It's a little late.
That's the way.
Oh, also, because mind you, you know, gender roles back then, you know, the man has to be the masculine you know, head. Like, he has to be the head of the household. He has to be, you know, the one with, he has to make the decisions, basically. Valentine's Day is like the day for the women, you feel me?
A date proposal should be specific, not one of those "you busy Saturday" things. That's a part of date etiquette, and a girl likes it. A girl likes a fair chance to decide whether she wants the date or not.
When a boy courted a girl, when he wanted to take that next step, his role was just to ask, that's all. And her role was to choose what came next. There wasn't a gesture that boxed her into a certain response. Keep that in mind for later. There wasn't this automatic assumption that a sweet moment had to lead somewhere else. But as the dating culture evolved, so did all the romance and intimacy that was included in it. Dating, let's just say, got confusing, unpredictable, and what a lot of people would call toxic.
Dating isn't even fun anymore because so many men are concerned with what they are going to get in exchange for a plate of food. They can't even hold a decent conversation with you because they're more focused on if there's going to be dessert after dessert. And that's why you see so many men suggesting these low quality, low effort, disrespectful, slap in the face dates. Oh, if I spend $100 on food, if I spend $200 on food, you owe me.
The dating market is so trash right now, bro. Fellas, I'm sure you could agree with me. All of these suck. Like, all of them, you feel me? And even if you got a...
I mean, okay, let's do it. Okay, first things first. Maybe don't go online on TikTok and make a video saying all these bitches suck. You know what I'm saying? Maybe don't call them you know what I'm saying? Maybe don't call them that with like, you know, conviction in your voice. Like, I don't know, man. That's a little crazy to me, man. You gotta like chill, bro. Like, I don't dating market. Okay, I could see. So like, if I was single right now, I honestly, I don't know, man. I don't know how I would get to dating anybody in a sense right now, because it's like, one, I don't really imagine myself being single like that. But it's like, if I was single, it's just like, yeah, like, for me, a big thing, body count. I don't want to like have someone with a huge body count, because I don't have a huge body count myself. So, you know, people think that's shallow or something, but like, no, I don't want somebody that's been with hella multiple partners. You know, I don't need that in my life. You know, especially because I don't want anybody to really have access to you in a sense like that. There shouldn't be 10 dudes saying, oh yeah, I had sex with her before. He's dating her. Or some, like, I don't know. That's just how I feel about it. But, and then you got like MAGA supporters running around here. Like, you know what I'm saying? And then it's just too many uneducated people. So there's like a divide no matter what, race and whatever. It's just like, yeah, I can say this. The dating market can be trash, but I just think this dude saying these suck probably isn't the best way to go about it. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know, man. I don't know. Like, I'm like the person, I always was like the dude, like, I don't want your Snapchat, I don't want your Instagram, like, give me your number. You know what I'm saying? That's how I've always kind of been. So I don't know. Like, I'm just kind of traditional. You know what I'm saying? I'm not scared to ask for the number. I'm not scared to go up, you know, whatever. I'm not really all that nervous, because it's like, I've been through worse things in my life. It's like, why would I be scared just to ask a girl out, you know? So I don't know. Maybe it's just that everyone's being fickle or being fake. Like, they're going out to clubs or trying to find women that way, you know, or they're online trying to find a woman. It's just, I don't know, man. Everyone's trying to play mind games, you know. I don't know. I keep stuff real from the jump. You know what I'm saying?
200 on food. You owe me.
The dating market is so trash right now, bro. Fellas, I'm sure you could agree with me. All of these suck. Like, all of them, you feel me? And even if you got a, she suck too. She just don't suck as bad as the other.
Hey, yo.
Let's be real, okay?
You better quit talking about my woman. He ain't talking about my woman, okay? You better chill out, bro. He tripping.
Party has their faults when it comes to dating. You'll have women saying men give too little, the bar is in hell.
Women are starting to see what men have to offer besides sex and money, and it's not much.
You'll have men saying women expect too much and they don't appreciate effort at all.
If I ever do something for my girl and she fixes her lips to say, as you should, or that's the bare minimum, I'm leaving.
There's always two sides, but the constant back and forth of what's bare minimum, what's enough, what does effort or romance even look like anymore, that's completely reshaped what the standard even looks like. And before anyone realized, people were lowering their standards just to make dating possible in this modern world.
I feel like when it comes to dating, I've been very chill and calm when it comes to my old set of standards that I held for myself. I have high standards, and I do. But I feel like with dating, I've kind of realized to calm down a little bit in certain areas where I've been so high and mighty and tight with certain things that you need to have.
I hate to say this, but I think that women have to lower their standards. The amount of chronically single girlfriends that I know, either approaching their 30s or already in their 30s, that are wanting to settle down and have a family, but can't, is an epidemic at this point.
So, what were...
Whoa, okay. You're saying they had to lower their standards, so that's all anecdotal, you know. Your friends, they're all near 30, whatever, so maybe, yeah, the best thing for them to do is to lower their standards because they're you know, they've been alive for a quarter century and some. compared to like a girl that's 18 or in their early 20s, probably doesn't have to lower her standards. You feel me? It's just all, you know what I'm saying? Like, age does play a factor in like what guys want, which is so weird, honestly. Like, weird in the sense of like if a dude's like 30 looking for like, 20-year-old, like, they just turned 20, like, or a 40-year-old man looking for 18-year-olds or something, 50, I'm like it's weird in that sense. But like, I'm just saying more so like if you're dating around your age range from the jump, like if you're in your 20s, you're dating people in your 20s, and it's like, yeah, it makes sense to want to either have like a higher standard, because if you're like, hey, I want a guy that I can for real see myself growing old with, and yeah, unless you just already want an old guy. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I don't know. That's, like I said, I think it's anecdotal. I don't think anyone needs to lower standards. I just think people probably should get out there more. You know what I'm saying? Like, they need to... Some people don't understand. It's like, dude, you live in a state or a city, whatever. Maybe a person that you could find that you want is in a whole other state. But people don't like long-distance relationships because they can't trust anybody. And it's like... It's just stuff like that. It's like, bro, once you break down the barrier of like, fear in a sense, somebody cheating on you or somebody doing whatever, then it's like, yeah, sooner or later, I think you'll find somebody that you actually mesh well with. So I wouldn't say to lower your standards, but I would say to maybe be more open to finding someone that's not, you know what I'm saying, like within a 10-mile radius or something, or you know what I'm saying, like try different ways of trying to find somebody else. Like, I'm not saying specifically online, but maybe if you go on a trip, you find somebody out in another city, you find somebody out in another state, another country. Who cares? I don't know. That's just how I feel about it.
The results of this, you ask? Well, people started relying on the big, dramatic gestures that looked romantic on the surface, yes, but they didn't really have as much romantic depth.
Face down, up. Oh, huh.
He filmed the bed saying face down, up. You recording it, and it's on my birthday, and you posting it, and it's no gifts or nothing. Like, the bar is in hell.
I can't lie. Being a gift, a birthday gift, is crazy. That's crazy. Yeah. I do not support that. I don't support that any more than I support you being a gift. You telling me the same piece of I had last night is my present today? On my day? Oh, no.
This is also around the era of the vacations and spend the night adventures and flued out festivities.
If you let that nigga fly you out, yes, you do also have to let him. Oh my God, who said that? No, like for real, who said that? I said that.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't have to, but I would say it's just disingenuous if y'all have that conversation. He's under the impression that y'all were gonna do the thing, and then you're like, nah, last minute, that's disingenuous. But like, you don't have to, but it's just like, don't be mad when the nigga cancels your flight back or something. You feel me?
Those festivities, the extravagant videos, and the luxury look of it all push this idea even further.
Bro, rose petals in the tub is such a weird thing, honestly, because it's like, bro, like, why? Like, just put some bubbles in there, bro. Like, we don't need the damn rose petals, bro.
Decorated hotel bed for Valentine's Day, anniversaries, even your birthday was the epitome of romance.
How did you get to do that?
Keep them closed.
Am I walking straight?
2, 1, open them.
But not just the epitome of romance, but the epitome of effort. And if a woman seen this as low effort and ill-intended, then she was ungrateful.
Happy anniversary, baby.
Happy anniversary.
This cool.
This cool?
Yeah.
What the hell you mean it's cool? Girl, you don't see you all over the place? It's nice as hell.
Okay, but I'm a grown woman. Like, you do this for 15-year-olds. Like, you should have bought me something or did something or...
So this ain't good enough? Look at all this. This is romantic as
Okay, but I'm grown as like, this is childish.
And I swear, okay, I'm not trying to come off as a party pooper or a love hater or just a hater in general. I love love. It is Valentine's Day, for heaven's sake. And I know that this can be a very meaningful and intimate, romantic gesture that a lot of people enjoy.
Since Valentine's Day is literally around the corner, I've got one very important question to ask. Is a decorated bed or hotel room really that deep? I know what you're all thinking. Someone gives you a decorated room for Valentine's Day. There's only one thing on their mind. But in my opinion, it's kind of a nice gesture, low-key. Like, not everything has to be sexual.
But where I will put my foot down is at the girlfriend proposals. With how wishy-washy the dating scene is, don't get me wrong, okay? Asking somebody to be your girlfriend is romantic and it's very much needed in this society. But the second you put that question on a bed, it changes everything.
The fact it's praised that decorating a bed to ask someone to be your girlfriend is insane, because think about it like this.
I want to say it's insane, but it's like, oh well, but yeah, I feel like somebody should be like, hey, like, I really like you, I feel like you like me, do you feel that way? If so, will you be my girlfriend? It's that simple, bro.
Oh, you decorated my bed, so what do you want to happen next? And it's like, okay, cool, chill, like you do that already, but at the same time, get your mind out of the gutter. To ask someone to be your girlfriend, something that's supposed to be romantic and then immediately turning it sexual, it's kind of weird. Slow down.
I mean, sex can be considered romantic, though, as well. It can be, foreplay. Foreplay can be, considered romantic in a sense. I think that's like the main thing, like when it comes to sex. If you want to say like what's the most romantic part about sex, it's foreplay and whatever else. But I don't know. It's just, maybe it's because I'm a guy. I want to do it personally. Like I said, I'm kind of like a straightforward person. It's like even with my girl, it's like the talking thing. Like I don't really like to talk and shit. Like I like to like get to it. Like I'm like, hey. Which we did, like, I think it was, like, a few days or something. I was like, bro, like, I like you, you like me, you know what I'm saying? Will you be my girlfriend? Like, it's just that simple.
I'm gonna give this to y'all straight, okay? Because half of me wants to blatantly say that men know exactly what they're doing when they decorate that bed. They only want one thing. They're basically cornering her to just smile and say thank you.
Well, it's like I said, it's performative. It really is.
Giving him exactly what he wants, because now this is feeling like more of a plan than a gift.
You have rose petals leading up to the mattress, and on the sheets you have various offerings of material. And then you post it. You post it as a before and after. What this implies is a transaction. I am not the friend who's too woke. That is a transaction of material for sex. I offer you your favorite candy from 7-Eleven. In turn, you become my girlfriend and I have access to your body.
But then the other half, that nuanced half that y'all...
I don't think it's all that extreme. She kind of like was taken to the extremes. Like I don't know. It just is. The girl can say no. Like once again, you have free will. You can say no. You cannot have sex. You know what I'm saying?
Appreciate so much. She sees that this is the result of a generation that doesn't even know what romance looks like anymore.
Those surprise hotel decorations that we are seeing going all over social media, those aren't romantic because the person who's taking you there you don't like, or they don't really like you, or you're not really interested in them. So of course it's not going to be a romantic thing. It's a sex thing. See, the people in this society have taken the romance out of everything, and now it's just all sexual.
When it comes to dating, people are tired.
But like I said, once again, sex, foreplay, that can be, you can make it romantic in a way. You know what I'm saying? But what I think, true romance would be, taking someone on a date or doing something specific, like, to them. Like, if for example, your girlfriend, she used to She used to do like what's a good sport? I don't know. I'm gonna just use basketball for an example. She used to play basketball in high school or something, and she really likes basketball. She grew up on basketball. He doesn't really probably watch it that much anymore. You surprise her with some basketball tickets to go watch her favorite team when she was a kid, you know, some shit like that. That can be considered romantic because it's like something specific to that person. You know, it's like, you know, but yeah, like all that decorating the bed and stuff. It's like, yeah, it's like a generalization of like what to do on Valentine's Day once you're grown, in a sense. That and what's the other thing? The if y'all remember those big ass bouquet of like the 100 roses joint, like that like buying girl. Oh yeah, buy my girl some flowers every week. Like, come on, man. Like, that's just not.
People are burned out and not seeing.
Once again, it's performative. It's performative, bro. Like I don't do none of that shit. But I asked my girl, I'm like, do you care if I do that or not? You know, like, I don't know, man. I just, once again, I'm like, the way I think about money is like, oh, I could have spent this on food. That's how I take my finances. I'm like, yeah, damn, man. I spent X amount of money on it. I could have bought so many freaking Culver meals with it. You know what I'm saying?
Thoughtful gestures as often makes the bare minimum feel like something.
It's crazy to me that there
See, like this right here, that's dope right here. Dream Vanity. He made a whole vanity thing, got the balloons. That I would say this is romantic. This flower thing, unless you're a woman that actually likes flowers, this is performative as hell, bro.
Feel like something.
It's crazy to me that there are women out here on this earth that are receiving things like flowers and lavish gifts and trips from men. Meanwhile, I can't even get a guy to flush the toilet while he's at my apartment. The bar is so low for me. Like, my expectation at this point in time, like my one standard, is respect.
So for a lot of people, the bedroom or just the bed in general.
I think it's like impossible to have quote unquote one standard. I guess she needs to reword that and say my main like focus, like, you know, my main standard would be respect. But because, you know, like you still have a standard. You still have a standard of loyalty, love, romance, you know, certain things. Like no matter what, like, which like that's just all like on the sideline, yeah, but your main thing is respect. That's what she should probably say instead of saying my one standard is respect. Because somebody can respect you and still disrespect you down the line. You know what I'm saying? Somebody can love you but disrespect you. Somebody can do, you know, like I can have respect for somebody, but I can disrespect somebody on accident if I say a certain thing and they take it the wrong way or they take it in a certain way because, you know, whatever. Like, it's just, yeah, you know?
Became a shortcut. And I'm so torn about the situation because while I love seeing men put effort into their woman and actually do something thoughtful and generous, because y'all, there are too many stories of men not giving a damn. But then it's like, you're decorating a bed with rose petals and money and gifts and candles. Everything about it, packaged on the outside, it looks beautiful, it looks amazing. And it's the easiest way to make her smile. But in their head, they're probably thinking it's the easiest way to get them laid. And I don't know how I feel about that.
So imagine it's your birthday and your boyfriend takes you to this hotel. And before you even open the door, you hear the music in the background and you're thinking to yourself, "Big day, you actually did this?" And you open the door and sure enough, there are rose petals and candles and balloons and all of that everywhere. But you look over at the bed and you discover this.
Face down, up.
It's actually sparked a really interesting debate about whether or not it is or isn't romantic for a man to decorate a hotel room. With a lot of the focus, matter of fact, all of the focus is on the bed. He wants to be rewarded on that bed.
These decorated beds appear in birthdays, situationships, marriage proposals, even apologies.
Babe.
And y'all notice how there's a huge difference between each and every single one of those events? So why do we need to gift sex at every single one of them? Now, this decorated bed epidemic is just gonna have to be left with an open-ended discussion because there are so many layers to it and it necessarily doesn't have to be wrong. It's just the intention behind them that you need to watch out for. And for my besties watching, especially my younger ones, I'ma leave y'all with something. If somebody is gifting you a decorated bed, that does not mean you are obligated to give them something back.
Absolutely.
After all, it is a gift. And last time I checked, gifts are given, they're not traded. Thank you for tuning into the Girl Talk you didn't know you needed.
Great video. My main thing I want to say about this video is that not every guy is probably doing that. Me being a guy myself, right? I think what it is, they saw online that somebody else did that for their girl. And if their girl, which will you be surprised how many girls, see what other women have and they want what that other woman has. And that's not to say every single woman does that, but there are a great amount of girls that only want certain things. Like I said, like the flower thing. Who started that? Who started that? It probably just started because it was one dude that bought his girl flowers every other day or every other week, whatever. And then another woman saw that, I want that. Another woman saw that, I want that. And that's really how it just all starts. Because once, say like this bed trend dies, cool, there's going to be another trend. Like I said, this is why it's like performative, because like, not that it's about like, oh, having sex afterwards. I think it's more performative in the sense of like, the guy's only doing it because he's seen other guys do it. The girl only likes it because she sees other girls liking it. You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel about it in a sense. I don't think, like, honestly, majority of people do that with the intention of, oh yeah, I know if I do this, I'm going to have sex with her. You know what I'm saying? But I would say, once again, if it's just like the flowers and the balloons and whatever, I think that's a little like, that's not a gift. It's really not. I think it's like when it has other stuff on the bed, you know, and something pertaining to that person, which once again, that's what makes it romantic when you have something specific for that person. Like, you know, like how old girl was saying, favorite candy, but like, I wouldn't say it's just because I gave you your favorite candy, you got to have sex with me. No, as a guy, you shouldn't expect sex out of your woman because you gave her her favorite candy or her favorite, you know, food or something. It doesn't, you know, I'm like, no. But it is, that is considered romantic. Let's just say that. You know what I'm saying? Like, people are really downplaying, like, that being romantic or not. But if a girl just personally likes that stuff, that's fine. But a good majority of women, I would say, probably just likes the decorated bed stuff because they've always seen other girls have it. And they haven't had X amount of guys do it before. So it's just, that's just how it works, you know. That's why I'm calling it performative, because it's like, we don't have to do this. And they post it online for a reason, you know what I'm saying? People posted stuff online for a reason. Like, who cares? I don't know, man. Like, keep it between y'all if that's the case, you know. I don't know. But yeah, let me know your thoughts down in the comments. Go ahead, like, share, comment, subscribe, turn on notification bell. Listen to my music, all cash Chef. Follow me at IamJchef3 on Instagram and TikTok. Stay on the channel, binge watch the vid. I got over 100 plus videos for you to watch. And I love you, and I appreciate every single one of y'all. Until next time, deuces.